Hello, my name is Ilona, and so many things are going on now, so I decided to make this video. This is a recap of my Dutch video, and I wanted to start to talk about Meloni. I made a video about her yesterday, and this is, of course, how I see things. Always see if it resonates with you. We have to start trusting ourselves. Do not depend on someone else. See if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, leave it for what it is. But Meloni has apparently said that she supports the Ukraine, which is very interesting and fits with my video I made yesterday. I believe that she's a black hat. She's made a deal with the white hats. And it's very important to understand that if someone makes a deal, that doesn't mean that they suddenly are going to do everything the white hats want her to do, or that she's just going to bring truth. It's very important to understand, what do the white hats want? Well, they want to achieve that people are waking up, that humanity is waking up, and that humanity and people around the world are going to see that they shouldn't give their power away to governments, to organizations like the UN, the European Union, things like that. Now, how do you do that? By showing them that all these puppets are not there for them. Just like what happened in the Netherlands. We had ministers just leave a very important meeting last week, which showing the people in the Netherlands, they're not there for you. And of course, everything that happens with the farmers is to show that they are not here to support the people in the Netherlands. And that's also what needs to be done in Italy and around the world. Because if the white hats are going to step up, the military are going to step in and take away all these puppets, and a large part of the Italians are still supporting Meloni or the government, you're going to have a problem. They're going to start fighting with the white hats, and there's going to be civil war. They don't want that. So they have to make sure that the people in Italy start to understand that these puppets here are puppets. They follow an agenda. So she most likely has the instructions to show the dark agenda as well. So she's going to start supporting the Ukraine. There's more and more information coming out about the Ukraine. So ultimately, people in Italy will start to understand, wait, this with the Ukraine wasn't good at all. This wasn't really the truth. So why is she supporting this? And that's what this is about waking up people, understanding that really these puppets need to go. So when the white hats are going to step up and take care of these puppets, people will be ready to step into their powers themselves and start deciding, oh, we need a completely different system. We shouldn't give away our power like that. That's the most important part. So I had the moon for the Italy, if I'm not, yes, the moon card. So it's going to be very vague, and she's probably going to bring out some dark agenda, because the people in Italy need to understand that she's not there for them. And they need to truly understand that they shouldn't give away their power like that. So that's what she's doing there. And that is on the instructions of the white hats, because the white hats want people to start realizing that. And it's very important to show them, because if you tell them, people will not believe it. So I think this is all part of the plan. This is the chess game. And I'm going to look at another chess game here, and that's with the pipelines. I've actually shared a clip from Tucker Carlson, which is very interesting, because he is really showing that it's most likely the United States behind what has happened there. Denmark already mentioned that this is very deliberate, what happened with the Nord Stream 2, if I'm not mistaken. There's also the Baltic pipeline that is operating in the 1st of October, which is very interesting. So this happens right before another pipeline is there. And it's very interesting. Tucker Carlson mentions a lot of things like the environmental impact of this situation. So to me, this feels like it wouldn't surprise me at all if the dark energies, the dark hats, have created this explosion, but the white hats are using this. very interesting, because they probably thought, you know what, we're going to explode this and then we're going to blame Russia, because that's how the dark energies work. But this is firing right back at them. Even Tucker Carlson is mentioning most likely this is done by Mr. B and the people and the puppets there. And he's showing some clips that Mr. B already made that threat that he was going to do that. So it's staged. All the people are put into place, and you can just see it now. So people can see, like, what, Mr. B did this? It's very important. Again, it's part of waking up people and understanding that they shouldn't just give away their powers to other people, to the government, without knowing what they truly are doing. So this is really about waking up people. Very interesting. There was also a message from Patel who's showing that really Russia is not going to be affected by this, because they can give to Europe gas through China, which is very interesting as well. So I truly believe that this is done by the black hats most likely, and the white hats are using this. They are using this story, and it's backfiring to the black hats, because this is now showing up at America's doorstep, and that wasn't the intention at all. They wanted to use this, of course, against Russia. So they have a big problem right now. This is just so interesting. This is the chess game. Not only that, but this is also showing us the direction we're going. We are really going towards this scary event, because Tucker Carlson also mentioned, you know, it wouldn't surprise him if Russia would cut cables with the internet connection. So there could be an issue on the financial market. There could be blackouts. Very interesting that he's mentioning that. They are really working towards this and really waking people up that serious things can happen now. This is really working towards this war. I don't think it's going to happen, but it will be needed to activate the military and get, of course, martial law installed, which is most likely going to happen, and then all the puppets will be taken away. I truly think that the white hats will step up then. But it's very important to see that this is all part of that plan. I truly believe that it's part of the plan. That's actually when I start shuffling my cards and see what the cards would tell me. And the first card I got was the 10 of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, which is a yes to me. So that's confirmation. And of course we have the Knight of Wands in the past. So this shows me that the white hats are ultimately behind this. We also have the 2 of Cups underneath the Ace of Pentacles, and for the near future we have the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Wands. So this tells me not only that this is a yes, but this is also start of a new beginning. It's necessary to work people towards that. So people are starting to understand we are really reaching boiling point. Serious things can happen. So if things can happen and military on the street, people are not going to be completely like, what's going on? They understand it has something to do with what's been going on with Russia and with the United States of America and with pipelines. They're preparing humanity for what's going to happen. And this is about creating a new stability, a new world, new stability. This is, I think, the start of that. And the 2 of Cups, it's about healing. It's so important that we start to heal, that we work towards that. And this is interesting. People that think they could get away with things, like the dark energies, the black hats, who were most likely behind what has happened, although it could even be the white hats, it doesn't matter. The effect is that the white hats, the black hats are not getting away with this. It is really backfiring. And that's the most important part. That it's showing again how the Americans, or at least the dark energies there, have been working their way throughout the world, purposely doing things and then blaming others so they can invade or they can start something. Very important that people are starting to see this. And of course, this entire thing with the climate is interesting, because a lot of it comes from Mr. B and the puppets there. And now they've actually done something that is horrendous. So their agenda is really a completely different agenda. People are going to start seeing this. there's going to be an outrage, there's going to be resistance towards this. And that's really what the white hats want. They want people to wake up. They want people to understand all these governments, all these people, they're not there for you. They're not there for humanity. Very, very important. We want to kind of have to wait and see what's going to happen then. Like I said, I think this is really moving towards this war that I don't think is really going to happen, but it will seem that way, and then the white hats can take over that way. That's the feeling I'm getting with this. But it's very important that we trust the plan. We work with our own energies. I have noticed myself that a lot of old pains and old fears are coming up. A lot of us have already experienced similar situations, maybe even been in war situations, so that's horrifying. All these old pains and fears can come up. Feel through them. I've noticed it myself. I fully trust everything is going to be all right, but it's still, I need to heal certain things. I have my shadow work as well. So sometimes I can just be overwhelmed with this fear, like, oh, okay. And I can just look at it, breathe through it, and let it be there. Really accept that it's there so I can heal it. And it takes time. It goes very deep. It's a very deep fear of losing everything. And I'm sure a lot of other people are dealing with that as well. We need to work with that. We need to work with our energy so we can really step into our power, take responsibility of our own energy so we do not give away anything of our power or our energy to anyone outside of ourselves. That is very important. That's what we need to do here. That's the part of the plan we need to do, and really trust that what's going on now is really a chess game and it's all part of the plan. And it's going to be very frightening. They're going to be a situation that it will seem that the dark is taking over. It's going to seem like there is no hope. That's the feeling I'm getting as well. Not for the people, of course, that are conscious and awake. We know it's going to be all right, but it's so important that we start trusting that, because then we manifest that. The more we trust, I think the smoother the transition will be, and the easier it will be for us to help other people that want our help and are opening up and are shocked by everything. We really need to trust. We are children of God. We are protected. We are safe. And it's so important that we really truly feel that. So that's really what we have to do here. But this is a very interesting situation. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we're going to get more and more of these situations. It can be very confusing. But I believe this is all part of the chess game. So I'd like to leave it at this. I hope to see you in another video. Bye.